There's so many inspirational things in the cracks and the specks and the bits of gum on the sidewalk. I don't plan any of these drawings. They're all improvised, usually based on how a little spot on the ground looks like a nose, and then draw the rest. And to be fair, that is one thing that I particularly like about this kind of art, is it's always a new canvas with something in the way. So you're never facing a perfectly empty void looking for inspiration. I've been told that to see one of my drawings in the real world is equivalent to finding a four-leaf clover, because you have to be in the right place at the right time and looking in that direction. And it makes that connection with someone seeing your art much more special, even if I don't get to know about it. Because you can really change someone's day by putting a message somewhere where they don't expect to see it. My name is David Zinn. I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan, where I am a professional sidewalk chalk artist. I'm a compulsive doodler. I've been doing it ever since I was a child, primarily as a way of avoiding eye contact, to be honest. I was an incredibly shy kid, and I learned very early on that a good way to avoid conversations was to always have my head buried in a sketchbook. So it was more of a coping strategy than a career path, at least the way I intended it. Even though I went outside just as an excuse to be outside, what I found by accident is that children's sidewalk chalk is actually surprisingly inspirational, especially to people who do not think of themselves as serious artists, which I still don't. It's literal dust that will wash away in the rain, which people think is a sad part, but it actually facilitates the ability to just enjoy making something for the joy of making it without worrying about whether it's going to hang on a gallery wall. The childishness also helps connect me to my 5-year-old self, which is the version of me that was the most confident artist. At the age of 4, we don't care what anybody else thinks, which is dangerous in many respects, but very good for art because you just create without any kind of restriction. We all have a creative voice, and that voice is unique, and therefore nobody has the same perspective on the universe that you have, that has walked the path that you've walked and lived the things that you've lived. So you have a point of view that only you can share. And maybe if we can get some people to get comfortable with the idea that there's no necessary judgment of the things you create. You can just create. I mean, if it's just a doodle on a napkin that's going to go into the trash when you leave the restaurant, it doesn't matter. Just do something that makes you happy. Do something that you used to do in the corner of your homework when you were a kid, or draw a scribble and make something out of that. And I'm actually pretty happy with how this kind of art has, ironically, made me make more eye contact with people.